Don't leave me hanging. It's go time.
Hey everybody, this is Josh, and here we have a game between PainUser, the yellow Terran down at the bottom of Metalopolis, and SLush, the red Zerg, on the right side. SLush, of course, is a member of Root Gaming. He is very, very good. He's one of my favorite Zerg players to watch. He actually does very, very well at live tournaments like MLG, Raleigh, DC, and Dallas. PainUser also does pretty well at live events. His best showing so far has been third place finish at MLG Dallas. And both of these guys are just really fun to watch. They're both very solid players. You don't see them make a lot of mistakes. These guys are playing this game as part of the first round of the Root Warzone Tournament. This was a best of one. The loser got nothing and could go to the loser bracket, I believe. But the winner was still eligible for a $3,500 prize pool. And PainUser and SLush actually just played in the quarterfinals of the EG Masters Cup Series as well, and SLush sent a 12 drone rush at PainUser and won the game. It was the most ridiculous thing I've seen in a very long time. SLush just did a double extractor trick, got up to 12 drones, sent all of them at PainUser, and PainUser's SCV that was building his barracks was killed, and he just slowly lost all his SCVs and had to GG. So it was just a really, really bizarre game. SLush, of course, borrowed that technique from Maro, who first debuted the 12 drone rush against Mao's Strelok, but anyway, back to this game. SLush quickly got a gas up and is just now putting drones into it, but he got that spawning pool next, so it looks like speedlings are going to be the first tactic of the day for SLush. PainUser, on the other hand, doing the very standard Terran build, walling off that ramp as well to keep SLush's future speedlings from actually harming him too much. We'll see if banelings make an appearance or not to help bust down this wall in the near future. Supply depots, of course, are one of the easiest things to actually blow up next to barracks add-ons. So if PainUser puts a tech lab or a reactor there, I have a feeling banelings might make their presence known in this game. So that spawning pool finishes. He should have 100 gas right meow, and there goes that metabolic boost upgrading. PainUser knows where SLush is. Obviously, he's got his SCV inside his base. Not sure if he's going to end up actually using that to build anything or just keep him there a little longer so that he can peek back in a few minutes. SLush, on the other hand, I don't believe has even been into PainUser's base. He had a drone up there earlier, but I think he got stopped at the ramp. Yeah, he just took a couple of bites out of this barracks and ran away. There you can see the life is at 995 out of 1,000. So PainUser is going to send this SCV up here. He'll see this Overlord here, and he's going to continue rallying around. Not sure where he's headed. This scout is still here. He does not know about this expansion just yet, I don't think. No, he hasn't seen it yet, but he's going to peek back in here and see if there are two gas up, if there's a baneling nest going up, if there's a lair coming, roach warren, or what. Now that the SCV is actually leaving the base, he should walk right past this hatchery. Yes, he does. Sees that coming. Now he can choose to build a bunker, perhaps, and try and slow that down, or just keep that SCV in the base somewhere where he can get some more scouting information later. And the SCV lives with 1 health right there. That's pretty interesting. This SCV is actually scouting for hidden hatcheries. We just saw a game with Machine where he actually sent a drone about midway through the game to that far left expansion and had his hatchery basically almost untouched the entire game. SLush puts his guys back on gas. Now that Zergling speed is finished, he's going to have to work toward his next tech option here. PainUser looks like he is going for a single barracks, a single factory, and then getting that command center up ready to expand as well. He does not want to fall too far behind SLush in the economic game, so he's going to get that command center over at his natural. Not sure if we're going to see a starport or just more tanks and marines. The first Hellion does come out. He's waiting to get a second one before he actually heads up there. It looks like a couple of marauders and a marine are out as well. No upgrades have been done yet. No stim pack, concussive shells, combat shields, any of those very, very helpful upgrades have been built yet. SLush is actually sending Zerglings around the map now, possibly to try and find that SCV that was scouting around since he saw that SCV scouting with his Overlord. Actually, I'm going to check these guys, see if they have a kill or not, since he actually could have found it already. 0, 0, they're hard to click. 0 and... oh, 0. Okay, so they did not find that SCV. He's actually just chilling at the Zelnaga Tower, so he can probably end up figuring it out since he's not at any of those bases. Another factory is coming up and another barracks, so no switch into Starport Tech just yet. He's going to continue making Hellions out of this factory. I was really expecting a siege tank to come that time, since he does have the tech lab up on it now. Now that this tech lab is selected, we'll see what he gets. Blue flame pre-igniter upgrades here for these Hellions. Going to be going for some Ling roasting and some drone roasting. SLush, on the other hand, does have that Baneling nest up as predicted. His lair is finished, so Baneling speed is being upgraded very quickly. An Evo chamber might even be a great idea here for SLush. Go ahead and get those +1 attacks as soon as possible. That SCV at the Zalnaga Tower is taken out by a single Predator Zergling here. Looks like SLush is massing his forces off to the side a little bit just so PainUser doesn't randomly stumble into this massive Baneling eggs right here. And he's probably going to be waiting for this Baneling speed to finish before he makes any sort of attempt at an assault. 2 Hellions flying around the map right now trying to chase down this murderous Zergling. And SLush just taking it easy right now, building lots of drones still. Actually now getting 16 Lings, morphing lots of Banelings, preparing for his first attack. Going to check the income tab here just to take a look at the workers. SLush is just barely ahead on workers, 27 drones to 24 SCVs. He's had these 2 bases up a while though, so his mineral advantage is actually disappearing because of mules. Of course, 2 orbital commands can make 2 mules at a time. SLush is actually ahead on gas though. He has only 2 extractors up. Does PainUser only have 1? No, he's got 2 going as well. I'm not sure why he's so far behind. He's only got 1 SCV on this refinery. That's quite surprising to me. I don't know if that's a calculated move or if he just sort of forgot. But anyway, SLush is here now at the front wall. He's going to be going straight for these bunkers, going to nail right through them. These Blue Flame Hellions doing a good job of staying out of the Baneling's way. However, they do score lots of Zergling kills there. 2 Banelings roll into the mineral line and take those out. Watch that Harvester count drop from 28 to 23 in just 1 second. So PainUser now looks like he's going to be going for a counterattack here with these 6 Blue Flame Hellions. SLush probably was not expecting that to go quite like that. He managed to roll through a bunker and kill some SCVs, but that's really about it. He probably could have done a lot better, obviously, if PainUser's micro was lapsing, but PainUser did a great job there with those Hellions. Now he's got to keep them alive against this single Queen. That's going to prove to be a challenge. SLush actually walls off his ramp with a Spinecrawler and an Evolution Chamber. Great move. So rare that Zerg actually has to wall off their ramp, but right there was perfect timing to keep all of his drones alive. Now obviously he can just move this Spinecrawler or actually just have his drones walk right past it. So never mind, he wasn't totally walled off, but still a good defense. All these Lings for SLush are still alive. He can continue to make some more Banelings whenever he chooses. 12 drones just popped right there for SLush. Go back to income tab right here. He's up to 39 now against 31 for PainUser. So after SLush killed those workers, he decided, I'm going to spam drones. That way I can get a big advantage right now. And PainUser actually got up to a Thor while all that was going on. Sneaky PainUser. He's getting a 3rd factory right now, still only on 2 barracks, but he does have an armory somewhere. So he's able to build these. So there's the army right there, getting +1 weapons. So PainUser has unlocked the Thor tech achievement, but the Roach Warren here upgrading Roach speed. We've got another extractor coming now. I'm actually a little bit surprised this is so late in the game that he's getting that. These Roaches are going to do so much better against the Blue Flame Hellions than those Lings. You saw those Lings just eat it right there, and all these Banelings coming out now to help defend if they do get up the ramp. So now only 2 Hellions left for PainUser. He's got 2 more here at his base, just hanging out. What is he building out of these factories? He's got 2 without any tech labs and only 1 with, so he's getting 1 Thor at a time out of those and nothing out of these factories right now. His spending is getting a little bit sloppy there. He's over 500 minerals and 300 gas he could be spending. He's got all these production buildings that he's not really using to their fullest at the moment. He's at 81 food right now. SLush is at a whopping 68 over 68. He's going to need some more overlords before he can even try to catch up with PainUser. Of course, PainUser does almost have +1 upgraded now. Soon he will have it, 15 more seconds. He's also getting some rolling upgrades here for his tier 1 units. There we can see Stimpack is researching, +1 weapons for his infantry, and just making lots of stuff right now, lots of production buildings, 2 more barracks and a command center going to be hitting the field soon. SLush is sending overlords all over the map just to do some scouting and some creep pooping. He's sending this Ling just on patrol to watch all of those bases. 3 Hellions just hanging out right here. 1 Hellion separates to try and kill off any sort of scouting drones or Zerglings that SLush might have here. We'll actually watch and see if he finds this drone or not. He's got it on attack move queue, and he's not going to see the drone. Oh, he does see the drone. Wow, so PainUser actually overrided his own commands to kill this drone off. So SLush knows that there's a Hellion out there somewhere, and that's about it. But SLush building primarily roaches right now, 7 roaches at a time. Missile attacks level 1 being upgraded from that Evo chamber that he used to block off his ramp a little bit earlier. He's loading up his overlords full of banelings primarily. Lots of roaches in there as well, but where did those banelings go? Actually, they're all roaches. I'm not sure what happened to those banelings. Are they here? There's some banelings. 7 banelings in these 2. Mass roaches in the rest, so it looks like he's going to be just going for a massive, massive drop on the other side of PainUser's wall off. He's going to try and avoid these Thors and Marines, I hope, as well. You don't want to see any overlords go down full of units like that. He's going to send these baneling bombs in first, or not. Maybe he'll just wait for this creep to spread a little bit. Not sure where he's headed with it. PainUser's trying to expand over here, but SLush does a nice move there, pooping some creeps so that he cannot expand. Uh-oh, PainUser now knows that these overlords are heading in. Does not want to lose this overlord full of 3 banelings here, so the Marines are not actually going to pursue. They're just going to head to the Xel'Naga Tower to keep an eye out. No, not sure what he's doing. Going to try and kill this overlord, I suppose, so he can actually expand there where he wants to. Still a Hellion up here for PainUser, just in case SLush tries to expand. SLush is expanding up here in the very top left of the map, now sending his overlords around the middle to try and flank the back side here. Roaches in the front kill off some Marines that were doing some spotting. Oh, he's going to get some lucky SCV kills here too. PainUser is transferring a lot of SCVs, and SLush actually was able to kill 1 or 2 there. All these roaches are going to go down if PainUser continues to move, but I'm not sure. It's all decision making now. You've got your entire army loaded up in these overlords. You have to be very careful with what you choose to do with them. PainUser actually pulling a boatload of SCVs to come along with these Thors. He's starting to attack the front of SLush's base now. All these overlords on the side here, don't want to lose those. Oh no! Oh wow, that overlord lives with so few health. All these banelings drop. There you see the Marines go down. Lots of roaches being popped out here trying to take on these Thors. I hope he killed off those SCVs that were repairing, or SLush is going to lose absolutely everything here. He doesn't have that many roaches left. Oh wow, he actually managed to kill a lot of units there. He's still got some roaches available to finish off this Thor. He runs in, takes 1 spit, and heads back to his natural. Now he's just in reload mode. He's getting 8 more roaches out right now and some Zerglings. He's going to have to try his hardest to defend against this. You see some Marauders going down. SLush's upgrades are only at 1-0, but so are the Marauders, and the Thors are at 2-0 right now, doing massive damage to these roaches. PainUser knows he's not going to get much out of his investment if he continues to move with these 2 Thors, as all of SLush's production is right here in front of him. So he just backs off for the time being. He's got a planetary fortress up here at the far left expansion. SLush has this expo up and is just getting some Zerglings out of it for some light defense, which is going to be unfortunate for him because they're probably going to die extremely quickly to these Hellions. He's just going to surround those eggs and wait for them to pop out. Oh, he snags 2 Zerglings there. Oh, and he's got another Hellion up here at the front. Snags 2 more. Lots of Hellions here taking out this hatch. I don't believe SLush is going to be able to defend this if PainUser continues to attack it, but it looks like PainUser is going to back off for reasons unknown. I'm not sure what that's about. Maybe he feels a counterattack is going to be coming from SLush, but little does he know, SLush actually doesn't have that much stuff anymore. He's at 63 food over 166. PainUser at 131. So, I mean, PainUser just climbing farther and farther ahead with each engagement. The fact that SLush's entire army was tied up in these overlords was very unfortunate for him, as he was not able to respond extremely quickly to that big push right at the front of his base. His Roachhorn survived at least, and SLush is still working off of 3 gas, which I think is interesting because PainUser obviously is on 4 now. Let's check that geyser from earlier to see if it still has 1. No, it does have 3 SCVs now. SLush is going to pull 4 banelings to try and do a drop here on these mules and SCVs. Hopefully he doesn't lose his overlord. There we see a little bit of a carpet bombing there. Lots of workers killed, very successful. Obviously sacks the overlord in the process, but PainUser is now back at the front of the base. He's attacking with everything he's got. He's got a huge food advantage, and SLush, after losing his ground forces, GG's out of there. So PainUser is going to take this game and move into the best of 3 format. SLush will hit the losers bracket, and both of these guys will continue to play for the $3,500 prize pool in the Root Warzone Tournament. And again, Day 9 TV on YouTube has already cast the quarterfinals from this tournament, so if you want to go see those, go check them out. I'm not going to be casting those because he already has, and he did them in the first place, so it would be rude to do that, and I want you guys to support Day 9 because I support Day 9. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to cast the rest of the round 1 games, though, so if you don't want to be spoiled, don't go watch Day 9's videos just yet. I'm going to continue posting these round 1 games throughout the holiday season here, so stick around and I'll see you soon.